assaulting me.
Fine.
We can film in public because you're fully aware.
Which is what I've just said to him. Hold
Yeah.
on, let me turn my camera on while we're speaking about it.
Do you not have to do something?
Pardon?
Do you not have to do something when you switch that on?
Well, A, I've just told you, and B, it does say it on here. So no, I don't actually have to turn
You do have to.
But I don't, because it says it on here. But,
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'm turning my camera on. As
Can you
see.
can you tell me exactly who you are?
Yeah, I'm PC Ely from Hastings Police Station.
And are you acting as a constable today?
PC. And
No,
this
you're
is-
not. Are you acting as a constable today? Are you an officer or a constable today? Are you acting under your oath today?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
So you're a constable today?
I'm working as a police constable, that's my role. And this is
Perfect.
my warrant number, Echo Bravo 402.
Thank you very much.
So essentially, we've had a call obviously saying that you guys have been preventing someone from doing their job, which is evicting somebody. Okay, I'm aware of the laws that you can film as I'm on record.
Yes.
And I've told him that.
Yes.
But as you're aware, I'm assuming you wouldn't like it if someone came when you were trying to do your job and put a camera in your face and was following you. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but he said that you were calling him names, or some of
Absolutely
you were
not.
calling him names.
He physically tried to remove that camera from me.
Okay.
And I've got it on camera, and it will be uploaded onto YouTube. So that's what happened.
Do you want to show me that? Because potentially you've told me that there's been an assault and you've told me that he's tried to take your camera. If you show me that, then I can deal with that.
Oh, this is a new camera for me, so I don't really know how to use it at the moment. So this is the second time I've used it.
Okay.
So
Can I ask, well, what is it that you guys are doing?
we're stopping an unlawful eviction
How do you know it's unlawful?
because there's no due process been made today.
How do you know
We know
that?
how the court
We know how the system works.
due process, we know
So
the law.
Okay, but
the bailiffs would have
what's-
turned up with a warrant that would be void. It would be unsigned without a seal. We know this for a fact. This is what's going on at the moment. This is how we're battling the authorities, because they're turning up with unlawful paperwork. A lot of the time it's even on the tablet now. It's all unlawful. The actual warrant itself, and I've actually got I'm actually dealing with Sussex Police at the moment and putting them on notice that it's actually unlawful for anyone to turn up with a warrant that's unsigned and doesn't have a seal.
How do you know that it's unlawful?
Because you've got to look at that information yourself.
But how did you, before you came here today, how did you know that it was
Through
unlawful?
legislation.
No, I'm asking, how did you specifically know that this eviction was going to be unlawful?
Because they all are. Every
So
single
you-
eviction at the moment
so
in this
just-
So
country.
we know the individual, so we know the history.
And she's got a legal
We are
background.
very fully aware of what's been going on.
I'm slightly confused. So you know this female,
Yes.
who's being evicted,
Yes.
and you know that it's unlawful.
We know the
Yes.
history.
We know the history
The history of what?
of this case. This case goes back to 2014.
Okay, so I don't know this case.
so that's how we
I'm
know.
not. This
So
is,
that's how we
this
know.
Is, this is all a civil matter. So I essentially got called by the mail that you guys were following to say that. Okay, but that's what I've been called to basically say that you guys have followed him, called him names, stuck a camera in his face, and that he felt that you guys were harassing him. That's essentially why I've come out, to prevent anything further from happening
course.
more than anything. And like when I came up to you guys the first time, all I said was, if it was you, if you were following him, if you were filming him, please stop, 'cause it's not very nice. And that's all that there is.
That's not a good enough excuse,
That's all
though.
there is to it.
We're entitled to follow someone that's actually in
Not
himself.
if you're causing him harassment.
He was causing me. He tried to remove this camera
but
from me.
if I'm telling you that you've caused him harassment,
Yeah.
and you've made him fear for his safety, you can't tell me.
So
that
you're
that's
policing
not a good
feelings, are you?
excuse.
Are you policing feelings now?
Yeah, that
You
is.
are policing feelings.
That is, if someone feels that they're in fear. Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. 611, bear with me. Sorry.
Right.
If someone feels that they're in danger, then yes, I'm going to police that, because
Just
them feeling.
Just to jump in here,
Yeah.
caveat to that would be the chap that you're referring to, the locksmith as we know him, was walking down the road with 2 bailiffs next to him.
Yeah.
One of the bailiffs was 6'3". That's the chap that was intimidating and then
Yes.
leaning on me, which is still an affray, and I would say that it's intimidation, which and provocative. Therefore, when you say he was in fear, he was with 2 huge bailiffs. So we weren't doing anything to cause any affray whatsoever. So we were just going about our lawful right, walking down the road to make sure that everything was safe. That was all. So there's no way this man could prove that we were harassing him. And any filming, if I didn't see a body cam on the locksmith, I didn't see a body cam on the bailiffs, which surprises me if they're going about lawful business.
Okay.
My experience of bailiffs, they have a body cam, just as you do,
Yeah.
but they didn't have those.
Okay.
Therefore, and also when they arrived, they refused to show a warrant. Now, if they refuse to show a warrant, they have no legal standing
To you
whatsoever.
guys?
Yes.
To the household,
Okay.
the owner of the house.
So they don't
refuse.
have to show you guys one, but
No,
they should have shown her
they should
one.
show
I
she was
agree
there,
with that, yeah,
and they
okay,
refused
okay.
to. Therefore, they have no legal standing. They should leave.
Okay.
That's it.
And which they done.
To
They
be
did.
completely honest, this is all a civil matter.
It
Would
is.
you like to report an assault?
No, I won't.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Because at the minute, you've obviously told me that someone has assaulted you. I don't know whether it was that man or
It was the bailiff.
It was a bailiff.
Bailiffs, yeah.
Okay.
We got it on film.
Some film.
Some
Do
film.
you know their details?
No.
Because obviously I've got to take a report now that
Yeah.
you've said that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Can I take your details
No.
at least?
No, thanks.
I can't take your details.
thank you.
Okay. So I'm just confirming.
No, I know.
You don't want anything done.
Not at the
about
moment.
this.
We have.
We have a right to come back to you
so
anyway. We can come back to you.
Yeah. Once we look at the
Absolutely.
footage, we can go
We-
through the footage, and if I choose to,
Yeah.
we decided to, then we'll come back and
Yeah,
report
that's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your guys' plan then now? Are you done?
We don't
Because
know yet.
they've all left, so are you guys coming away from that property?
Well, we need confirmation from the court that they're not going to return. So we'll probably have to phone the court and see what the situation is. But yeah,
So, right, fine. Okay, fine. Please leave that man alone. He's
we're not interested in the man. He was the one that was threatening, not us.
Okay, fine. Yeah, but obviously, I know you guys you're within your legal right.
We know
of
that.
course.
We've got some
And
legal
I'm
people
aware,
there as well.
I'm aware. I'm assuming you're not going to go around filming people if you don't know the laws. However, I appreciate you don't want to listen, but for you guys, please don't intimidate people because it's not nice. It's not whether or not it's legal. It's not nice, is it, as a person to be filmed
Yeah.
and had followed around? It isn't nice.
Again,
You wouldn't
that's-
like
But it isn't nice for bailiffs turning up with an unlawful warrant,
No, it's not. No, it's
and
not.
a guy that's trying to
And
intimidate.
And I'm not saying that it is, but I'm just saying, you know, something not nice is something not nice. Doesn't make something right, does it? So that's all it is.
No.
But yeah.
However,
so if you leave him alone, he'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
He's off. I think he's leaving anyway because he's finished with that job.
Yeah.
I'm going to be stepping away because this is a civil matter.
It is.
And yeah, I'll leave you guys to it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's okay. If you do change your mind, then obviously.
We've got
Yes,
your details
of course,
anyway,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
perfect.
Can I just ask you, just for the record, you said you introduced yourself as PC,
Yeah.
and then you changed it saying you're acting as a constable under your oath.
A police constable.
What's the okay? So that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's good. Just for the record, just so I
Okay.
hear, because originally you were saying you're a police officer, and I want to know whether you're actually acting as a police officer. I've already established it, but I want to know whether you discern the difference.
Do you know what the
PC,
difference is?
Yeah.
Police constable.
Yeah.